Oh, hello everybody. Come here, Mambo. Come on. Mambo's a little needy because he seems to have a hurt foot or leg, but he won't let me look at it. Well, you booby. He feels kind of fevery, so he's coming to mommy for some love, some comfort. I need some love and some comfort. It's been kind of a crappy week around here. We had to turn our rent car back in, and that's okay. We'll be without a car for a day. We can manage. Our mechanic was supposed to come out. I'm sorry, my nose itches so bad. I have allergies. Our mechanic was supposed to come out and fix our car yesterday. He promised us that, is that the foot that hurts? I'm so sorry, baby. He keeps showing it to me. He was supposed to come out and work on it yesterday so that we wouldn't have to go the rest of the week without a car. And so Justin Falcon would have a way to get to work. Luckily, he has somebody that's taking him to and from, so that's fortunate. But, it can't last forever. And I don't have a way to get to a store. Now, normally my mother would either loan me her car for the day or she would take me, but her car's been in the shop, too, getting the transmission replaced. So, that's kind of sucked. And so we were trying to pull our week out of the crapper. We knew that this week here in Northwest Arkansas is the shareholders convention, which people come in from all around the world, people that have stock in Walmart, as well as representatives from Walmarts all over the world. And they come in for representatives, I mean people that are employees who have been chosen to come in. And it's been cool because you go to Walmart to shop and there are groups of people from Brazil and I don't know, China, I guess. There were some handsome Asian men wearing Chinese patterned shirts. And you just see people from all over the place. And they're cute little groups excitedly running around the store checking stuff out. And it's very cool. And it used to be years ago, you'd go up Highway 71 and all the Walmarts. 71 is has all these rather large towns along it. And sort of like a string of pearls is what I always say. And most of the Walmarts are right on 71 or very, very nearby. And so back when I was married, he and I used to we'd start down at this end of town, the far end of town, not my end of town, but the far end of Fayetteville, where there's a Walmart, and we would stop at each one and go all the way up. And at each Walmart, different vendors that have products at Walmart, everybody from Johnson & Johnson to Alpo, would you give me love? Okay, you can go. Would have tents and tables and such set up at the Walmart. And there'd be like big, huge inflatable Keebler Elf and snow cone stands, a few things you have to pay for. Most of it was free. And it was fun. And we'd go to all of them. We'd get CDs, we'd get food, we'd get hand cream, we'd get all kinds of stuff. And it's very much like a party carnival atmosphere. And they'd have dunking tanks and, a few game type things you could do. And then it got to where they didn't do this much. I didn't want to go alone. So there were a lot of years when I didn't go because I was stupid and I wouldn't go alone. I'm a very different person now. But it's, of course, much more fun to go with a friend or boyfriend or something. And so when Justin came along, he and I went to one a couple of years ago, and they didn't have them at all of the stores anymore. They just had it at the one on 6th Street. And but we had a lot of fun. It was, pretty big. There's lots to see and do and lots of nice swag items. Excuse me, I have a cold drink going. Nice slushy beverage. And then last year, it wasn't there anymore. But there was a whole lot of stuff, like a huge amount of stuff set up on campus right along 6th Street. And we tried to get in, and they said, no, this is for associates only. Associates meaning they're employees, they're barely minimum wage paid employees. And got a sneeze coming on. Got a sneeze on board. Lordy, excuse me. But they said, there was a day we were open for the public, but it was yesterday. You just missed it. So we were unhappy. And I need Kleenex. I'll be right back. All right. So we were upset that we had missed the day for the public, and we decided we'll find out about it beforehand next year, and we're going to be there, get our swag, have some fun. So this year, we didn't realize it was coming up so quick, and then suddenly we heard something on the news like over the weekend. We're like, crap, we got to step on it. So Justin did some calling around, called the #1 store, first Walmart store. They're big and, kind of famous. Talked to the manager. Manager didn't know shit about what was going on. Said, here's the corporate number, call this. Called it, they were closed. So Wednesday he had off. That's when the mechanic was supposed to show up. He never did. So, called corporate. They gave him somebody else's number. They gave him somebody else's. Finally, got the cell number for this woman that was one of the coordinators for the whole thing. She was down there on site. He called her and said, last year, blah, blah. I gave her the whole story. And she goes, yeah, today is the day that it's open for the general public. Come on down. So I said, we didn't have a car, didn't wait to get there. So we called a friend. We said, hey, you want to go have some fun, do some free stuff, run around, whatever. She was up for it. And I don't know if you can tell, I got a sunburn. Whee! I don't mind a little bit of color. I need some color. But so we went down there. It was hard to find parking. We found parking, got in, just walked in. We had our bags full of swag. It was a lot of drinks, a lot of nice cold drinks, and some Mr. Peanut was there, so we got some peanuts and some almonds, and we got little, just different things, all kinds of different things. There were a couple leopards there from the Turpentine Creek place. There was lots of games. I got pictures of, excuse me, people jumping up on the Velcro wall and doing races with funny little bicycles and all sorts of stuff. We went into one building that had all the pet things in it. And there's a place where you could get free dog tags printed up, and there was free little charms for dog collars, and there was displays. There were actual animals in there. There was just all kinds of stuff going on. And games, and they had a stage set up with some people singing. And our friend got off away from us a little ways. She kept running off doing her own thing. And then Justin and I were doing our own thing slowly. and I was taking pictures. He was getting ready for a sack race. And before I know it, he comes around and he grabs me and says, we're being escorted out. I said, what do you mean? And he said, we're being escorted off of the property. I was like, by who? And he said, by guards. And they're with our friend. She was looking for us. And she was all mad because we were out of her sight, which was, she ran off from us. But whatever. Anyway, she was mad because she had been mistreated is what she was mainly mad about, because this female guard came up to her and caught this huge dude and was like, how did you get in here? And she was like, I walked in. No, I mean, how did you, or she says, through the door. I got in through the door. And was like, no, I mean, into the event. How did you get into the event? She says, I walked in. There's no signs. There's no guards standing at the entrances. People just walking up and walking in. And she was hideous to my friend about it. Really, really rude. And treated her like she just robbed a bank and raped somebody with a broomstick. It was just really bad. And our friend was telling her, I can't just leave. I've got other people with me. My friends are with me. I've got to find them too. So anyway, they got us outside and surrounded us like we were freaking criminals. And were kind of harassing us. The female more than the males. Female had quite a little attitude on her. Like she was somebody important. And told us no one from the general public was allowed in there, ever. It's only for associates. And you have to have a badge and all this stuff to prove that you work for Walmart. And they're asking us where we park because they were going to personally escort us off of the property. And that's a whole other long story I'm not going to go into. But basically, they then threatened to bring the police over to, I guess, handcuff us and take us off the property. Like we were stealing stuff, or, as if there were signs, or as if there's a law about being on campus. Really, truly, I don't think that they have a right to kick us off of a public place. But I know, being that it's campus, I don't know. Anyway. And it wasn't just campus police. There were real police there. And they were threatening to call the real police over to take us out of there forcibly. And Justin's trying to call this woman that he originally talked to, and she's not answering her phone. He kept and kept and kept. And finally, once we were off the property and we were telling them what happened, we're like, look, I said, I'm sorry. We didn't mean to crash anything, be any place we weren't supposed to be. We didn't mean to upset anyone. You know, we had it on good authority. We called the headquarters and they gave us this woman's number and she said we could come out. Well, we don't care, ma'am, because you're not supposed to be here. This is our job to keep people like you out of here. Really bad. So rude. And my friend was so offended and so upset. And she got the woman's name. And I don't know. I wouldn't be surprised if she calls and tries to start a little trouble for her, which she deserves it. But Justin finally got the coordinator on the phone. She was very, very apologetic. And her excuse was, this is my first year to do this. And you would think something as basic as the fact that there's no days that are for the public, you would think that that would be kind of obvious. Okay, ridiculously long story, made very short. We were apologized to, but we were kicked off the property, and that was that. And we were very unhappy about it. But we came home with some swag anyway. And that I just got a phone call from a woman that lives locally who we have kind of talked off and on through Facebook and for that YouTube. I'd never met her before, and we exchanged phone numbers, and that was her calling, and we had a lovely long discussion about all kinds of stuff, and it was wonderful, and I'm hoping that she can be one of my new local friends. And because I know women here locally, but I'm shy and retarded, completely socially retarded, and I don't care who of you is offended by me saying retarded, because I am, and I hope it should be one of my new buddies. So, anyhow, Mom is coming to pick me up here in a little bit and take me shopping, which I'm very grateful for. So, I've got to go finish getting dressed. And that is that, and I'll see you later. Bye.